Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins going over incredible footage submitted from around the world via Skype, Facebook. We're going to it right now. Brent's here too. Let's get to John Miller's video. He says he saw something strange in Missouri. Take a look at this. Okay, right away. Brent, your thoughts?
Like, this is cool. Very cool. Classic footage. No lights over the skies around the world, and this is just another submission of new evidence. What we're looking at, these things are lighting up the clouds around it. First opinion is in a debunking stage, could these be drones? But then he describes them as something totally different and don't have the capability of being drones.
Hold on a sec, did you see that? They're intermingling. Drones don't do that. They don't absorb each other. They'd be crashing out of the sky. They'd be colliding. Drones are clunky if you don't fly them right. This is some kind of intelligence of orbs of light intermingling over Missouri.
Blake, I just saw that. It intercepted it and it held it in one piece. That's very strange and very cool. Miller, thanks for supplying this new footage right here at Third Phase Moon, and we just got a massive load of uploads and Facebooks that we're going to be sharing right now
on Third Phase Moon. But let's get to the next one. Scotty Miller, another Miller, saw this in his apartment in Houston, Texas, and he submitted this to the local news. He hasn't heard back from him. As he claims, this thing could be a 5-mile wide flying saucer hidden amongst the clouds.
Blake, I think his estimation is right. This thing does look about 5 miles in its diameter. It's quite interesting. What's very curious about it is the shape, the disc, the classic disc shape. There's a phenomenon. Cloaked
Look
UFOs.
at the brightness contrast.
Man, that's really bringing it out nice there, Blake. Cloaked UFOs around the world hiding themselves in clouds, and we have another submission submitted within an hour of this photo. Lenticular clouds.
We got Mrs. Huddleston that submits this photograph. We're going to take a close look, and this was taken in Oregon, Mount Hood. Again, lenticular cloud written all over it, but people say, and we've heard it, and I'm not doubting it, wouldn't this be a perfect place for a massive mothership flying saucer to hide in a cloud formation as a lenticular cloud?
Blake, this is just good stuff. I love the submissions coming in real time, and we all have opinions. I just like looking at natural phenomenon sometimes too, and we can't quite tell if it's Mother Nature or some sort of interdimensional craft hiding in these massive lenticular clouds creating that shape.
I'm really fascinated by the highlight of the shadows underneath these cloud formations. What you're listening to is Paul Barrett. What you're about to see are 3 incredible UFO reports from around the world. Let's get to it. UFOs over Evergreen, aviation, the Space Museum. Don submits this, a photograph. Brent, what do you think of this?
Blake, I like this a lot. You know what I like a lot is that he's going to be submitting this photo so we could all analyze it, and let's share this on Facebook. But the video and what he's capturing on screen, he gets good close-ups of this thing, and Blake, it looks like a shiny silver disc to me, a flying saucer classic.
Absolutely, Brent. Classic flying disc in broad daylight. Maybe they're around to check things out.
Like, people might say it's a bird, but I've seen still photos with this clarity, and you could obviously make out a bird, its profile, its wings, and this looks like it's a solid shaped disc, in my opinion.
And not blurry in any kind of sort of way. Not moving fast, just basically hovering there, checking things out. Now let's get to the breaking news. What happened today? Discovered by scientists from around the world. Gravitational waves, ripples in the fabric of space and time. Listen to this. Yes, Einstein's theory was right, apparently, as a team of international science announced. This is quite interesting. What's it all about? Two black holes, a collision, 1 billion light years from Earth, and now this transmission coming into us via laser. This is quite amazing, Brett. What do you make of this?
Well, it's quite interesting. Einstein's theory holds correct. It's proven by him, apparently in his opinion, 100 years ago, and now we have the technology to actually prove it. It's quite fascinating, these new breakthroughs in our universe. This is fascinating, and I love the information. I just hope everything about it is true, and I'm not sure that they're giving the straight up information. We all know they're probably not. We know they're not.
Well, let's just listen to this again. Okay, you heard it. Now, what is this all about? What's this helping us in regards to free energy? We're talking about a star system 1 billion light years away with two black holes colliding into each other, and we get this bleep bleep. Wow, that's getting a lot accomplished. I don't know. To me, I think we need to go in another direction to help mankind. We know there are black holes out there colliding. I don't know what that's helping mankind about. Brent, am I just talking or what?
I think they're hiding is what's happening, and they're just giving us bits of information that we all find very interesting, obviously, because we're suppressed on the information. So this is a good day and a bad day in its own sense, just for the information that's not given out.
Well, this came in from the California Institute of Technology and also other scientific teams from around the world. Quite interesting. We're going to move along to making contact, which was made just in our backyard on the big island of Hawaii as a network followed us around, and the network was the Weather Channel. This is kind of new news nobody's heard before. And Brent, let you explain this. Brent, can you explain this one?
Absolutely. During the filming, there was a shakeup within the company. There was a prominent sayer that basically had a good control of the content that was going to be produced on the Weather Channel. This is going to be UFO-based weather phenomena captured in weather anomalies.
That's right, Brent. And also, there was a big shakeup in the company, as you're stating. We filmed this whole episode. He loved UFOs. And then all of a sudden, new president. This happened a couple years ago, but what we're just saying is evidence was suppressed, so we're going to share this to the world of what the major networks don't want you to see.
Oh! Record.
Hold on, everybody. Big ride, third phase of moon tonight. Let's get started. Scott Patton, 2016, captures this during a lightning storm. What's great about it, it was captured 60 frames per second, so we're able to slow this down, get a close look of whatever it is. Scott and his buddy on the ground could not tell what it was. Alright, so we're looking at it, brightness, contrast, quite amazing. A UFO harnessing energy off a lightning strike. Quite incredible. Brent, right away, your opinion. Thanks for joining us.
Hey Blake, this happens fast, and what I like about it is that they have actual representation of it. Actually, when the light actually drops out and goes black, they actually see this still up in the sky.
Record.
That proves it's there. This thing is strange, very unreal. What I'm looking at, this thing
Almost has an acorn shape, I'm kind of thinking, right, Brent?
yeah, that's it too. That's right. And what I like about it is when the lightning strikes, you see a little glint on the object itself. It's illuminated by the atmosphere itself.
Incredible close-up still photographs. As we're grabbing the screen frames, he captured it HD, 60 frames per second. It's quite important when you're shooting lightning. I bet you if you shoot lightning storms wherever you may be around the world and put it at 60 frames per second, you know it's quite dangerous. Stay indoors, but have your cameras rolling if you're in the house. Brent?
Blake, I like Scott probably actually didn't even see the extra evidence that was on the video that he's captured with that extra contrast. It really holds that object in the sky when it would have gone black in its normal sense. So the evidence right here with that extra resolution, man, this is something cool.
Absolutely. Scott Patton, we're sharing your link below. I hope you enjoy what we've done to your video. Thanks for sharing. Now, I wanted to share with you a special experience that I experienced off the Kohala coast of the Big Island. Brent was there. He shot it all. And we were there investigating liquid robotics. It's in regards to a millionaire in search. Well, this is new information. Well, we've been hearing, this is kind of inside where millions of dollars have been invested. He's looking for mermaids.
You know, Blake, what's interesting is the government is their biggest sponsor, their biggest buyers of these liquid drones.
Basically, here it is. The full-length documentary for your enjoying pleasure is one of the most scariest moments of my life when I'm out 7 miles out in open water off the Pacific coast and about 4 miles depth of ocean. It was like blue space. Enjoy, people. Brent, any last words?
Yeah, and remember when Blake's in the water, he acquired 2 cuts. He was bleeding every minute he was out there, and sharks are very, very prevalent in the waters. And we saw him that day, and I think Blake's blood brought him in, and he didn't know he was even bleeding. Jesus.
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
South Downs, Andrew Hurst captures this, submitted to us right here at Third Phase Moon. Welcome, world. We're going live right now via incredible videos and photographs submitted around the world. We got Brent Cousins here. We're going over this instantly, right away, Brent.
Blake, what's exciting is we have 5 new videos that we're going to share tonight. This is quite stunning. Off the fields, quite clear. His camera's shaky, but we get a clear detail of the still. And what impresses me, Blake, is they don't look like some people would say hot air balloons. Maybe one of them does, but the others look deflated, connected. There's something strange going on, Blake. That smoke drifting right. And these objects are moving parallel of it. What's going on, Blake?
If these were hot air balloons, they would be too close in a proximity to each other in mid-flight. That would be dangerous. Look at as we pause this photograph. Absolutely not, Brent. We're ruling that out. These are something strange. Andrew Hurst says he could not explain it. This is in his backyard.
Blake, with this contrast at close-up, I would expect to see a bucket or a basket, holding the occupants of hot air balloons, but we see none of this.
This is absolutely incredible. You can see actually the smokestacks, as you're saying, Brent, and these things stay stationary for a while. Take a look at this video. We're going to share the original link below. Andrew, thanks for sharing right here at Third Phase Moon. Appreciate it. Now let's get to the next incredible submission from Robin Houghton. Read this. What do you guys make of this? Google Earth pics. I was checking out the sky in Hiroshima, Japan by the art gallery, and he captured what looks to be, whoa, some kind of biological creature. He captures it in 2 shots. There's strange anomalies surrounding this Google image. Everybody search it for yourself right away, Brent. What comes to mind here?
Very curious picture indeed. I like the extra objects next to what I'd almost call a serpent-like figure in the sky, dragon-like. This is, it could be a chip on the lens, dust, particles, but I do like the way it's tilted in different arrangements of what he's captured. So it's quite unique, and it almost looks biological in a sense, Blake.
No doubt about it. Living creature, unknown. I'm kind of baffled here because Google imagery and Google Earth is what it is, and that's the greatest part about this. And we have a lot of people from around the world that do their research and they submit it to Third Phase Moon to share it. We gotta thank Robin for sharing this. Now this is what kind of comes to mind. April 1561, Nuremberg. Well, Brent, check this out. In the morning of April 14th, 1561, at daybreak, a mass sighting that looks just exactly like this. A dreadful apparition occurred on the sun, and then this was seen in Nuremberg, in the city Hiroshima, and this look exactly the same.
That's right, Blake. Early morning over Nuremberg. Blake, with this contrast comparison, this really matches what's going on over Hiroshima. What's the similarities? Is this a time, Blake?
This could be the time. What's really amazing is that the world is waking up, and it's quite incredibly cool. Let's get to the next submission. This comes from James Ward, Area 51. He states as he's looking around Area 51 Google Maps, here we go again. He found this and submitted it to us right here at Third Phase. He asked, could this be a man? Well, I'm not exactly sure if I have the answer. It sure looks like one. My question is, what's he doing out there, out in the middle of Area 51's desert, forbidden zone, next to what looks to be some kind of a foundation? Brent.
Blake, this is quite stunning. What I like about it is the shadow figure. It does look like a man. And what he's standing next to, let's speculate. Area 51 totally quarantined from the public. And Obama just recently announced that it actually exists. What we're looking at is something that we don't know about. It's first time being seen on Third Phase of Moon, and my speculation, it could be a doorway or an entrance to the underground bases that go down there. Chalice has talked about this a lot, and she gave a lot of good information on how deep it goes and how far the rabbit hole goes down in Area 51. It's quite immense.
Immense indeed. Well, you know, James Ward, we're going to share it to the world. Everybody leave your opinions on what you think this mysterious figure on the property of Area 51 is doing there. Well, simple question. Leave your comments below. Let's get to this. A 22, a Glock, a gun. Guess where this was found? Mars. We got the original NASA links. So this is it. Pareidolia? I'm not sure, but this has been making its rounds on the internet. Brent, here we go again. What's your thought on this?
Blake, what I like is that the public will share everything contributed to UFOs, a phenomenon of Mars and everything else out there. You know, when I first saw this picture, it looked exactly like a pistol, a 22, a Glock. And you know what was funny? We Google coordinated this thing, and it got you directly to what we're seeing here on Mars, and it's very cool that we could do that, and everybody else could do it too at the same time. You know,
here it is, Brent. Here it is. Here's my big question: how did the gun get on Mars? This, hypothetically, if it really is a gun, how did it get there?
Blake, I do not think it's a gun. I think it's something that we're making up in our own mind that looks like a gun. You know, it's very cool to look at and speculate the possibilities. Well, then it could be time jump, like John Lear said, that Mars is habitable, that humans are there right now. So is that a possibility? Well, let's let the public decide. In my opinion, it's probably not.
Well, there you go. Imagine Matt Damon, Martian, with a handgun, and then immediately gets teleported, transferred to Earth, and his gun's left behind. I don't know. Speculating. But let's get to what's not speculation. The Hawaiian mana and the history. Right here on the big island of Hawaii, we paid a visit to ancient carvings carved in stone, carved into the lava. Could have Hawaiians been in communication with the aliens? This special documentary is one to be watched. Enjoy, everybody. Brent, thanks again for joining us right here at Third Phase.
You know, what I liked about this doco was the experience that we had here. We've seen this environment as young children on a vacation here on the Big Island, and this has been exclusive to a lot of people. Now they kind of opened it up as a tourist trap, but what we see in these carvings are quite unique and something to be read into. 2,000-year-old information ready to discover for yourself.
Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone.
Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins going over videos just submitted to our Facebook and from around the world. Let's get to it. Let's get to Jack. Jack's back, and we're going over incredible video. Let me pull this up. Let's pull it up right now. And Jack is filming this from his ranch just today. We haven't spoken with him for almost about 6 months ago, and he's making contact again. We've been waiting for Jack to come back right here on Third Phase Moon with brand new, incredible broad daylight video. It's captured during a rainstorm. As we're trying to get Jack on. Jack's here with us. There's a little problem with the lines right now, but we're going over the video right now. I want to get Brent on this real quick of what he's thinking. Blake, this is quite amazing. What I like about it, he just keeps shooting, and he remains calm in the cab. Keeps a pretty steady hand on what we're looking at here, and it's stunning. Blake, we're looking at this real time, and I'm liking, and I hope everybody out there likes what they're seeing right now. Well, what I'm looking at right now is undeniably, it's not a drone. It's not any kind of aircraft. Look it right there. It strings off some kind of flare, a trajector beam. That's weird.
Yes, hello.
Hey Jack, welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. It's been a long time. What's going on with this video? This is quite insane.
Well, I absolutely had to share this one with you folks out there because this is, once again, I have no doubt in my mind that there are activities going on near where I live that I cannot explain. And this beam of light that I saw in the sky, it nearly made me have a heart attack when I was out there mending the fences, and it was raining real heavy out there, and suddenly I started to see this beam of light shining through. So I stopped the truck and I get my camera out. I had my camera with me, thank God, and I started filming for a couple of minutes, and I was waiting for the rain to stop, and when the rain stopped, I started to get out of my truck. But it was so funny that as soon as I had the thought, boy, I wish this rain would stop so I could get some better footage. That's when the rain stopped. I don't know if it was a coincidence or whatever, but I had the strangest feeling when I got out of that truck. A feeling of almost calmness. Like you would think I would have been scared from the size of this light, but having seen some strange things there before, and even last time, I was somewhat scared at first, but then I did also have another strange feeling of calm. And that is another thing that I just really cannot explain.
Well, Jack, I'm looking at the video. Obviously, it's not a drone. Did you hear anything? It seems quite unnatural. Nothing like I can recognize of anything that's basically conventional.
There really was no sound to be heard from this beam of light that you can clearly see in the video. I really did not hear any sound whatsoever. I did go and I ran to the bushes, quite frankly.
I'm looking at that video.
Startled, and I did run into the bushes away from the vehicle.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if it was a military exercise or whatever. I just didn't want to get caught up in harm's way in any sense. And I did run into the bushes, and I stayed there for some time, concealing myself and continuing to film
Were you hiding?
This strange occurrence.
Were you afraid? Were you afraid of what was going down?
I didn't feel afraid, but I did feel compelled to get away from the vehicle. I really don't know why. I went into the bushes and I continued to film, but I just didn't want to be standing right there next to the vehicle, especially later when the helicopters all started coming in, going towards the light.
Jack, I'm seeing that. That's quite incredible. What are we looking at? Opposite directions, helicopters coming in from each side of this anomaly. Was this military?
Well, I think that the helicopters were certainly military, but the lighting, the beams of light, I don't know what that was myself. I think that the military had the thing surrounded me, probably because they didn't know what it was either. It didn't seem like anything from this planet, anything I had ever seen before.
Well, I've seen it disappear. It just blinks out, like out of.
Well, as the helicopters approached it from all sides, after about a minute or so, the whole thing just imploded, like it all shrunk into nothingness. It slowly disappeared over the course of about maybe 25, 30 seconds. It was gone.
Jack's kind of breaking up there. Jack, wow. Jack, you still there? He's kind of breaking down.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, Jack, you got to get back to us. How long did this video last? So far, we're about into 4 minutes of this, almost raw cut. How long did you shoot this?
Well, after I ran into the bushes, I would say I had it going for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then my camera battery must have just died out on me or something, because that was all I got.
Well, what you got was quite amazing. Jack has been submitting videos. Well, 2 so far within the past year, and I'm glad Jack's back again. Like I said, wow, this is some of the best stuff I've seen this year, early this year, 2016, broad daylight sightings, night sightings, and I can't explain what this is. Everybody, stand by. We got to roll. On the roll right now is what it's all about, because people have their eyes on the skies like Jack does, and sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time. Jack, thanks for sharing this. We're going to be sharing more videos tomorrow. Can you join us for more insight?
Well, it was my pleasure to be on the show once again, and I promise I will certainly share any footage I managed to capture. I think there's definitely something real strange going on in my neck of the woods, and you will most certainly be familiar.
Wow, Jack's breaking up, but that's the way it is. Real-time video, real-time interviews. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. Blake Cousins, we're standing by. Last night was big. Jack submitted incredible footage. We've been asked by the public to enhance the footage, and that's what we're doing right now. And stay tuned. We have more new incredible footage from Jack. But before we get to that, let's look at what was submitted yesterday. And what I'm looking at right now looks to be some kind of a sphere. Wow, we're bringing it up close, and I don't know what to make of it. Brent's here. Brent's going to be analyzing this as we're watching it real time with you people from around the world. Comment if you think you know what this is, if you've seen anything like it. Brent, first off, your thoughts. Blake, this thing it's amazing. It's static. It's holding its geometry in mid-air. I'm quite stunned. I'm fascinated in what we're seeing here. Blake, I'm not thinking this is military. I'm thinking this is really something else.
going on and what we're seeing. This is stunning. I'm blown away at what we're looking at right now.
Well, let's step back for a bit and backtrack. Jack reached out to third phase of the moon approximately 6 to 7 months ago, and we told him to keep his eyes on the skies. And then he reached out and he submitted this. And again, what are we looking at? From a solid object, some spherical solid object now transforms into two interdimensional lights.
Like, what I like about it, they seem connected. They seem to be absorbed by one another, like they're symbiont together, part of one sort of energy source. This is some interesting evidence that we're looking at right now, Blake.
Let's take a look at it. Relax just a bit. Behold what Jack just shot yesterday. And stay tuned for more incredible footage that...
Blake, notice the object to the left of this larger object and the one vertical straight up. That almost seems to be some sort of, docking, unloading, transportation.
A communication of some sort, no doubt about it, but some kind of light wave.
What I find fascinating is Jack sticks the whole 9 yards on this thing. He really stakes this thing out, and he captures it while helicopters zoom right by this thing, and he says it circles this amazing pattern of lights.
What's quite incredible is that looking at it, zooming in, and doing the enhancements, it's just hard to explain what to make of it. It just is hard to understand. And obviously, it's a UFO. Is it one of ours? Now, that's a big question I'd like to ask everybody. And here we go. The new footage. We just started to process it through. We're watching this real time. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. Whoa.
Wow, Blake, whoa. This is incredible. TR3B, something else. Look how he zooms in on the other side of what he's looking at to get perspective. It seems like even neighbors are seeing what's going on. Wow, this is amazing, Blake.
Oh, I'm just watching this. I gotta watch this. Everybody watch. Now it's changing shape. Okay, we gotta get Jack on. We tried Jack just a few minutes before we ran this to get him on third phase, and he didn't pick up. So we're just rolling with the footage that was submitted. He cut this last night.
Blake, I'm thinking this is reverse military technology, and I need to ask Jack the question, what military base does he live next to? I do recall him saying something in that interview we did about 7 months ago, but this footage, man, there's something to beg to question about everything going on here.
People will say flares, military flares. Are you kidding me? They're stationary, dead still, and then they morph into different shapes and sizes. TR3B morphing, playing games with on Jack's ranch. Jack's a farmer, and he's got mass acreage of land that he has to take care of. Apparently, these things have been going on for years over here, and now he's finally got a camera, and he's sharing this right here at third phase of the moon. I can't believe this is good stuff.
Blake, I just keep watching, and you can see it's quite rural in this area. Wait, look at what's going on. You can see these lights dimming.
What's going on here? Hold on. Wait. No way. They don't just...
Blake.
Chinese lanterns can't just blink out all at once at the same time.
And how long this thing has been there is quite stunning. This is, Blake, I gotta say, some of the best UFO footage of 2016. And TR3B separating into an array of lights. Blake, we just need to get Jack on for more information.
That's what we'll do, Brent. We'll try and get him on this Friday, tomorrow, Friday night, 11 p.m. if you're in New York. And if you're in Los Angeles, it's going to be, I think, 8 p.m. your time. That's what we need to do. Bring Jack on live explain to us what he's been capturing, what he's been seeing for the past year or so on his ranch. And maybe the public might have some questions for him as well. And we're looking for stories, so stay tuned for tomorrow's Friday night radio show, Third Phase Moon. The link will be below. That's going to be quite amazing. Any last words, Brian?
I think, Blake, this is something to share with everybody in Third Phase Moon, and Jack needs to share this with more of the public and investigation team on location.
That's right.
Nailing everything that Jack's been nailing on video right now. This is something incredible that everybody needs to share and capture and share to the world. Thanks, Blake.
Absolutely, share it. Share it to the world right now. You've got friends that are interested in UFOs. They've seen them. You've seen them. You know who you are. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. We'll see everybody.
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins here, going over incredible video just in via Jack. Jack has been submitting incredible footage over the past week, and he spoke to us about his neighbor captured the same thing. His neighbor captured the same thing. We asked him to submit this video, reach out to his friend, and Bruce submitted this. And what we're looking at is quite astonishing. Bruce explains to Third Phase as he's videotaping this, these objects made no noise whatsoever, and they were intermingling and locking in, as he would kind of say, in a weird way. Let's just take a look at this. Get in a close look. Brent's here as well, and he's looking at this for the first time, so. This is quite interesting. As we can see, as Bruce was stating, that they're interlocking and then separating. That's what's quite interesting. Brent, first off, what's your thoughts here?
I like Bruce. He actually said in the description on Jack's video that we saw earlier, the people that were on the ATVs, that's Bruce on the ATV, and this is moments after what Jack's captured. What I like is this morphing action going on. This is pretty sublime stuff. Action melting. This is incredible. It's hard to describe, actually.
I'm looking at it right now, and listen. Did you just see that? Hold on. Let's watch this.
Wow, Blake. They look like they just basically became one object. This is stunning. And what we're looking at is something that just kind of is extraordinary.
Well, you know, this is what we're all trying to find out. What's going over Jack's ranch? Now the neighbors are involved. They've been seeing the lights. They've been seeing the strange anomaly, the action in the air. Jack, you gotta reach out, keep getting these videos out to us. We're just gonna let this video roll. We're gonna analyze it, enhance it, as best we can. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. We are not alone. This is Blake Cousins. Thanks again, Brent. Well, again, any last words?
Blake, I really just want to give a big shout out to both Bruce and Jack. This is some of the best footage I've seen of 2016. This is the top-notch, top of the game stuff, and I just want to really thank everybody out there. Keep watching.
Absolutely, keep watching, everybody, and keep watching as we analyze this. And if you have an opinion of what you think this is, submit it to Third Phase of Moon via Skype in the comments below, Facebook, and if you've captured anything amazing in regards to this UFO phenomenon happening right now around the world, this is Third Phase of Moon, the place to share it. Blake Cousins standing by. We'll see you again next time.
Third phase of moon.
tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
Third Phase of Moon and master music artist Paul Barrett is back with his second album. 11 brand new soundtracks out of this world, heard over 100 million times. Available on iTunes right now. Paul Barrett's Third Phase of Moon, Alien Nation.
Wow.